Hey everybody, Kneecap here. This video is going to be a review for patch 7.1. Spoiler alert, I loved it. And a little info for my subscribers as well, or just anybody watching this. I am going to be streaming Karazhan tonight, and we will be going for the Nightbane boss. I hope we're successful with that. It should be a pretty geared or over-geared group. I'll be healing it as holy, so if you want to watch that, tune in. It's Kneecap Kill on Twitch. You can find the website on my channel page on the header there. But let's get back into talking about 7.1 and how I felt about it. I meant to do this video almost right after 7.1, but decided to wait until I experienced pretty much everything that was to offer so far. I haven't made it out to the island with the new pets yet, so I can't comment on that. But everything else I've pretty much experienced to at least some degree, and I'll just kind of express on how I feel about that. First of all, let's just go ahead and give it a rating. Out of 10, maybe an 8.5 out of 10. I was thinking 9 at first, but I'm going to lower it to 8.5. I'll just go through, there wasn't many things. Let's just go through the few things that I don't, where I have a little bit of complaints on. First thing first, I have a close friend who's an Ella Cham, so it's kind of near and dear to my heart. But some of the classes were supposed to get a little bit more buffed than what they were, and I was a little bit disappointed by that. I have noticed that yes, as certain classes are getting more and more gear, they are catching up to the other classes, but I really felt like LA Sham needed a buff there, and they really only giving the Earth Shock a buff there and a little bit of a change to one of the moves. It didn't do enough, in my opinion. And there were some other classes where that happened as well. And of course, classes that got nerfed a little bit didn't like that either. I still think they could work on things for the DH tanks for raids to make them a little bit better. Maybe scale critical better for their parry, things like that. But class changes overall were good, but that is a slight negative there on a few of the classes. Still not quite balanced correctly, at least in my opinion. Another possible negative, I guess you could say, was that in Kara, I don't like that you have to run back all the way every time. I understand that it's like a 5-man raid, but at the end of the day, it is still an instance. Even if you have 3 or 4 hours to dedicate to it, with just like a random group put together, you, in my opinion, all the other instances now, you get to enter for basically from the last boss you killed or whatever, and I think that would be a huge improvement for Kara. There's a lot of running back if you, especially if you're in a pug group. Yes, if you're running with a guild, you're just killing everything. Who cares? Why do you care? Well, because some people are running with pugs. I ran it with a pug first time, so I kind of know that feeling myself. You're wiping a lot, and running back is kind of a pain in the butt. Even though I understand that they did say it's a 5-man raid, I'm taking that into account and still feel that way. Um, those are, I guess, my major complaints. They weren't that major, but the things that made it not perfect, I guess. What I did love in 7.1 was Karazhan. It's absolutely amazing. The gear in there is good. A slight complaint is the gear isn't quite as good for the difficulty of it. If it's a 5-man raid, it should pretty much be dropping the same loot. I mean, Karazhan is harder than Emerald Nightmare on normal mode, in my opinion. So, I mean, it should be dropping better gear than that throughout the whole thing, uh, let alone Warforged. And I understand that some of the gear, a lot of the gear is better than that, but I think it should all be better than that. It's basically, a mythic plus whatever you want to add to it. So, it should be dropping a little bit better gear for the difficulty, but it's such a fun raid that I don't care about that too much. All the bosses are neat. It's kind of cool to go back into something that you did long ago and re-experience it. I thought that was really great. The Falcosaur quest line, I didn't like this at first, and you could put this as a complaint as well. At first, the pets were not spawning for me, and a lot of people were having this problem. So I actually don't even have a Falcosaur video up yet because I actually just started him a couple days ago, and I don't want to put a half-assed one up. So I'll have a full how to get your Falcosaur quest line done the whole way through, not just one with me catching the Falcosaur and telling you what to do, reading it off the site. I like to show people what to do. So I'll have that up eventually because I'm getting them to spawn for me now. I now have 3 of the 4 Falcosaurs. I like the idea of it. I like capturing the pet, and then I like opening up that Talent's Vengeance uh, reputation vendor and all the kind of cool items you can get from that. I like that as well. So that I thought the Falcosaurs were really great. I like the idea of the new island and the new mechanical pets, although I haven't got to do them yet. I liked Kara. We don't even have TOV open yet. That'll be opening this coming week. Can't wait to get in there and get that down. Obviously, I'll have videos of that going as well, and hopefully, I'll live stream that as well. What else is there? The Something that was just discovered was the Defias set for the Outlaw Rogues. Well, any leather can use it, but Outlaw Rogues to unlock it basically in Dead Mines. I can do a video of that. A lot of people were doing videos of it. I didn't want to just kind of steal their content or steal their ideas, so I didn't want to just do one that I didn't think of on my own or anything like that. It's pretty easy to do. You can look it up. If you really want me to, maybe I will do a video of it. But I can even answer questions in comments if you don't know what I'm talking about. So that I thought that was really cool. I've been searching for other classes to see if there's any NPCs that I can interact with. Haven't found anything yet, but the search will continue. Trying about everything I can think of. It's not looking promising. I'll put it that way. Uh, this wasn't quite in 7.1, but the hidden boss in Nomergon was discovered. I mean, that was right before 7.1, but again, still just something kind of really random and cool. We'll see how TOV is. I imagine it's going to be good. There was new quests added. The new Suramar quest line continuation was added. I love the unlocking of Kara. I mean, there were so many things in 7.1. It was a huge patch. We don't even have all of it yet. We don't have TOV yet. I personally suspect that on Tuesday, when TOV comes out, that there might be more class changes. This is purely speculation, but I think that it might happen. I'm hoping it happens for Elisham. I'm hoping it happens for any class that's still underpowered. Um, I'd like to see a slight buff to Rat. Rat is pretty strong. Once I got the rotation down and I've gotten more and more gear, my DPS is pretty okay. But I'd still like to see a slight overall buff to Rat as well, on a personal level. But yeah, other than that, that's about it. That's how I feel about 7.1 so far. If you're free tonight, the what is it, the 4th, around 7 p.m. Eastern, a little bit later, come watch me run Kara. And of course, I'll be doing TOV next week as well, normal and heroic most likely. So come check that out as well. And that's about it for you guys. Have a good one.